Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 924. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Good evening, everybody.
All right, so tell me about these overpriced Power Ranger figures.
Yeah, so I'm only limited to, information in my area, so I don't know if this is true, across the country, across the world, but, my friends and I have been to a couple of stores the past few weekends, and I've noticed that the Power Rangers movie figures, mainly the Zords,
Right.
I've seen them on the shelves, and I don't know if they're restocking them, 'cause I really doubt it, but
Right.
it seems like they're not selling. Like, it seems like they're on the shelves every time we go, like almost in the same spots. You know what I'm saying? And I think I kind of have a reason why, and this might seem like really like obvious, but like they're ridiculously overpriced.
Hey, Night Owl.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. How much are these figures?
Okay, so like the old Power Rangers figures, and the Power Rangers fans will know that the Megazords used to come in one box. You got the 5 Zords, they made the Megazord or maybe something else. They were like $40, $50.
Yeah.
You got 5 toys, right?
Right.
For this line, I guess they thought they were going to be smart. They made individual toys out of each of the Zords. So the Saber-Tooth Tiger, the Pterodactyl, the Triceratops, and the Mastodon are like $15 to $25 each, I've seen. And the T-Rex is $35 to $40, mostly $35 from what I've seen. That's over $100.
Yeah, that's like ludicrous.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. The Megazord that they make looks nice. It's a huge figure. But these are marketed to kids.
Yeah.
What kid has over $100 to spend on these things? And I know
crazy.
The answer is, they're going to get their parents to buy it.
It's not even Christmas. I know, but I mean, come on.
But that's a little much.
Well, let me ask you this. How much are the actual Power Ranger figures?
Well, I've seen a whole bunch of different ones. I've seen the giant figures. I've seen the 3 3/4 ones.
Regular Power Ranger figures.
I think they're like $10 around about for the 3 3/4 ones. The bigger ones are obviously.
All right. Well, that's not. I mean, it used to be what, like cheaper than that. But all right. I mean, things go up.
But even that, if you wanted to get all 5 Rangers,
yeah, that's a lot.
That would be all my money. If I did get all of them, it's like what, $60?
That's. You're a Power Ranger fan, I know?
I grew up watching them, but I don't think I barely remember the Power Rangers. Like it's been a long time.
Right.
But I went to their special show when I was a kid. They had like this Power Rangers live on stage thing.
Right.
It was really awesome, but I don't think I've seen.
But that's a lot of money, though, for action figures. I mean, I know that they're a lot more money than when I worked in the toy stores, but even so, I mean, to spend over $100-something. See, nowadays, people, I mean, stuff like that you would save for Christmas, but this is not even Christmas. I don't know, man. That's really.
Now, I want to contrast this to something else that I saw.
Okay.
The Star Wars Black Series, figures and mainly the ships that they make.
Right.
$5.
Oh.
For the ships. $5. And let me tell you something. They are collectors level.
Wow.
Like a collector goes in there, I'm buying these. $5 each. These Power Ranger things are totally marketed for kids because they have their paint looks bad.
Right.
But when you're making that for kids, they don't care about the paint. As long as it's near the right color to what they see on the screen,
right,
they're going to be happy. Usually, I don't understand how they're thinking. You know what? We're going to price these like this, and they're going to sell legitimately. I've been to a couple of WalMarts. They are friggin' stocked full of every single Zord because I don't think anybody's buying them.
But, you know, even sometimes they take a little while to sell when the movie comes out. Then they'll start selling, right?
When the movie comes out, yeah, but like, to me, I think they would have been better off just making a normal Megazord.
Right. Yeah. Back in the day, like they did, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, even everybody carried that. Even like pizza shops, you would go and they had them. I'm like, oh my God, they're selling them too. It was crazy. I saw that. Yeah, that's a way too, because that's like triple, right? It's like 100 or 150, right, for the whole thing.
It's expensive. Like
that's nuts.
I know that on the on like I don't know what channel Power Rangers is on now, but I know that they just got a new series on there called Ninja Steel, I think.
Yeah, something, right?
Of course, they're getting a regular Megazord, and I think it's priced at around $40 or $50.
Right.
You know, so it's almost like they're competing against themselves.
That's nuts.
That's like cannibalism. That's like market cannibalism.
Well, look how much the Marvel guys are. Aren't they like $23 each? Like a Marvel Legends?
I was in a Toys R Us today because my friend was looking for the Darth Revan figure, the Black Series figure. And we walked by the Marvel section, and they had a 3 3/4 figure of you know the silver armored Spider-Man.
Yeah,
3 3/4 figure. It was like $13. I was like, it doesn't even come with anything.
Oh my God! And the other ones, the Marvel Legends, they're like $25, right?
20, yeah, the Star Wars Black Series figures are $20. But here's the thing about that: those are collectors level figures.
Right. I know.
Marvel Legends ones, every now and then you get a really good one. I know the Deadpool one that came out, it almost like it didn't exist.
Right.
Because it flew off the shelf.
Right.
Now the Wolverine one, I think, is the really, like, the rare one.
I think what it is, too, is that Marvel characters are at a lot higher, like, demand than Power Rangers, likely.
Oh, yeah. That's definite.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is? Power Rangers is not what it used to be.
No.
It used to be the biggest thing ever. Now it's just there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, there's another Power Ranger. Okay.
Well, you know, too, they have another Megazord figure for the movie, which is one that doesn't come apart. It's just the Megazord itself.
Mm-hmm.
$50. But you get a complete toy.
Right.
Like a Megazord toy. So it's like that's going to sell more than these 5 Zords. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I see them everywhere I go. They're stocked full, and I'm thinking, like, it's because they're not selling.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Toys are a lot different price than they used to be. That's for damn sure. I have to take a trip. I haven't been. They closed my Toys R Us down over here because they're remodeling, making a mall over here now. But I got to take a trip to the toy stores and see.
Maybe that's the problem too. By the way, that they're not flying off the shelves as much as they used to be because it's been a long time since Power Rangers have had like a lot of relevancy.
Yeah.
Like I haven't heard anything about Power Rangers. It's like since like just now, since like the movie is coming out and everything. It's been a long time.
That's definite. Yeah. They haven't been in the news. Nothing's been going on. Maybe this movie will change things.
Yeah, like you said, if the movie does well, then maybe it'll be different.
Everybody will be running to buy a Power Ranger figure again. It might do well. Stranger things have happened. I mean, so hopefully. What other stuff we have to talk about? Oh, what's his name? The CEO, right, of Disney got to see The Last Jedi already?
Yes.
Episode 8?
Yes.
So, but don't they still have to like edit stuff, or is it just about?
Saw the rough cut.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to know? You want to hear a funny story today too? It was the same. My friends and I went out today. We went to a bunch of stores. We went into a Books A Million.
Yeah.
We found a Star Wars book, right? A novel titled The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And we were like, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Yep. Wow.
It's a pretty good title. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I don't think I've seen a Star Wars movie that I haven't liked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be really one to look forward to. I mean, unbelievable. It's going to do great. It's going to do so good.
From what I hear it's a bit darker than the last one.
Well, it has to be, I guess, right? I mean, is it really going after the model, Chris, like Empire Strikes Back? That's what it's trying to be?
That's what I heard, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell when it's not out.
Yeah, here's my thing about that, right? Like, how close are they talking here?
Right.
Because I don't.
I mean, does that mean the bad guys win? Is that what they're talking about?
I think it was smart for them to make a lot of references to A New Hope in the last one, because they're trying to get people on board again.
Right.
I hope they don't do that again.
New.
Yeah, don't make it an exact copy.
Yeah, because the last two movies have worked really well. So I think now's the time to maybe take a risk.
Yeah.
Do something new. I know that there's and anybody who is looking at Star Wars news, beware. There is apparently a leaked plot, or not plot, but a leaked scene description that leaked today that has to do with two major characters. I read it. I think it's true because I've seen this months ago. I think this is confirmation that maybe it's true. Don't read it because just in case.
Do you want to do a spoiler thing and say it on here? Spoilers. No? You mean
I'd rather not.
Okay, all right.
It has to, I mean, I'm just going to say it has to do with two major characters and potentially a scene.
All right.
Just
we don't have to talk about it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But where did they get this information from? The people who leak it?
There's a site called Making Star Wars. I don't know how they do it, but legitimately, 99% of the stuff they report is absolutely true.
But where did they get this stuff from? How did they get?
I'm not talking like, oh, there's going to be lightsabers in this movie. I'm talking like Adam Driver has exactly 700 scenes in the movie. I'm exaggerating. He has exactly 700 scenes in the movie, and he'll have 700 scenes in the movie. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
They had set photos somehow from that island that Luke was on. I don't know how they got them, but they had them on their site.
Maybe there's like an insider, like a film crew or something.
It has to be. It has to be.
You mean they're purposely leaking it?
That's the thing, though. I don't think they are. Like this.
Why would you do that?
Gets them. They get. Man.
Oh my God.
They get stuff. I don't know if it was them that leaked it, but there was a script for episode 7 that leaked. That was like an early draft, and like legitimately, I think 80% of the stuff in that script actually happened in the movie.
Oh my God.
No joke.
That reminds me of when they gave out Fallout 4 copies for people, like to review. And then the people that got the copies, they leaked the ending of the game like 2 days before it came out. It pissed everybody off.
Oh, my God.
And actually, I really think that's why Bethesda no longer gives out review copies.
Wow. Unreal. So
people were like using it like it would mislead you. Like you would click on the video and not know it was the ending of the video. And you see the ending of your favorite game coming out.
That's terrible. That is horrible. People probably curse when they saw that. So the guy liked the movie, obviously, right? CEO of Disney. He said it was really good.
Yeah.
So many words.
Unfortunately, though, he'd say that even if it was really bad.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah,
that is true. It does have an investment in it.
Yeah. Well, if he didn't like it, there'd be reshoots, there'd be this, there'd be that. Yeah.
You know what was funny? I don't know if we talked about it on here. There was a leaked picture of 2 Christmas ornaments that I guess are coming out this year and Luke in their episode 8 gear.
Of who?
Of Rey and Luke.
Oh, yeah?
Their episode 8 gear. Now, Luke looked like he did from episode 7, so I guess that maybe it was like a late episode 7 thing. Rey was wearing a completely different outfit.
Oh, that reminds me. There was this poster that somebody put up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a fan fake poster.
Mm-hmm.
And shows that Rey loses a hand.
Yeah, that was fake.
That's fake. She don't lose a hand.
I totally thought that was
Well,
real.
we don't know if she loses a hand. Probably doesn't lose a hand.
We don't have any official posters.
Yeah.
Other than the title, at least.
I mean, I saw it on like Philip DeFranco and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, what else do we have, Chris? Anything?
I know that the last Aftermath book, the Star Wars Aftermath novel, Empire, I think it's called Empire's Fall or Empire's End. That's coming out, I think, next week. That's going to be a big thing because we're finally going to get to hear about the Battle of Jakku.
Okay.
So, looking forward to that.
Okay. Just want to do quick box office number for Split. As in, and if you didn't see the movie, go see it because it's great. $143 million on a $9 million budget, which is great. And Rogue One still, pulling in money here and there. Let me just get the numbers here. Hold on.
God, I wish I had a movie theater here.
Rogue One has $1,042 million. Now, it just needs to do $3 more million. And I think it ties the 20th movie of all time, Pirates of the Caribbean. So, more than likely, it will do that. Because it basically pulls in a couple million a week. Now, I mean, I know it's not pulling in what it did, but I'm pretty sure it could finish out at $1,045 million, I think. And then the movie that it would have to, let me see, it's the Pirates of the Caribbean, Stranger Tides. It would actually have to do $1,046 million because that's $1,045,700,000. So it's right underneath right now. So it's amazing though. It did really well,
Yeah.
Really well. But I'm very happy about it. And Doctor Strange was even doing money still in Japan. You heard about that, Chris?
No, I'm pretty sure it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray pretty soon, doesn't it?
But it's been number one, and now it's at $670 million worldwide. I think it beats. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did it beat Man of Steel?
Did it?
Let's see, Man of Steel. Yeah. Man of Steel was $668 million worldwide, so it beats Superman, Doctor Strange. I know Marvel's happy about that. So that's pretty damn good. Anything going on with the DC movies?
Oh, there was just those pictures that they released of like Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Cyborg all together.
Yeah.
I'm very worried for Justice League because I watched Superman, versus Batman or whatever it was called, and I felt disappointed.
Yeah, you and everybody else in the world probably. Us too.
I was excited.
We hated it,
and I was really bored.
We hated it. I know. We were right, Chris. I mean, I don't know how many casts we did on it. We did a lot. Damn.
I feel like if they don't pull off this Justice League movie, it will destroy like DC movies for a long time. They won't be coming out with any more DC movies for a while.
Well, if Wonder Woman bombs, then you got a serious situation on your hands.
Wonder Woman, if Wonder Woman doesn't do well, or it doesn't do as well as they're hoping. I don't know what they're hoping, but if it underperforms in their eyes, they're gonna be in like magna panic mode for Justice.
Oh yeah. First of all, that's their main female.
Yeah.
Hero.
Yeah.
Because they really don't have female heroes really that much. But that's their main crown jewels. And just imagine if that bombs, but Captain Marvel, which is fairly new in the Marvel Universe, even though the character's been around forever.
Yeah.
It's only fairly past 10 years that she's had the status Captain Marvel title, too. That she's been huge. So, that would be disastrous for DC. Disastrous.
It seemed like people really enjoyed the Wonder Woman part of the movie, though. But,
yeah.
That
was the only good part of it, really.
Because DC is... The DC franchise is important to me, and I don't want it to fail.
Oh, no, I don't think anybody really wants it to fail. You know I'm a Marvel guy. I don't want it to fail because that will affect the comic book movies, in general, ultimately, So, well, I mean, everything affects everything. We were talking about the horror stuff, right, Chris?
Yeah.
These companies that are putting all these horror movies out are delaying them all now. Because they're in panic mode that maybe it's not the right time to put horror movies out or maybe whatever, and they're just delaying. We have, I think, 3 Animevilles, 3 that are delayed, a Hellraiser, there's a lot. And they just,
You know what I really think, and this is nearly impossible, but I think it might be time to give all horror movies a rest for a little.
You know what you got to do? August used to be the month that nothing came out, right?
Right.
But then Guardians of the Galaxy happened and changed all that, right? But now even then nothing comes out in August, right? When it's nothing, and when you're on your summer vacation from school and you're waiting for something to come out, put these horror movies out late July. August. Put them out.
Here's my thing about it, though. I'm starting to lose track of these horror movies. Not the really popular ones. I don't mean those. I mean like the newer titles because they're all like the same thing.
Yeah.
See,
I think it's time to give them a rest and maybe, let it simmer for a little while.
Here's my theory about horror movies. I think that so many of them have come out that they're so similar that people are becoming like desensitized to them, and people are starting to find them boring because so many of them they're so similar to each other.
Yeah, right. See, he said it. Night Owl said it better than I could. It's almost like you go see one, and it's like if you've seen one, you've seen the rest.
Yeah. And I guess they're afraid with Friday the 13th. But the situation with Friday the 13th is different. And this is what I don't understand. Because they got the rights back for a limited time. So you would rather not make a movie, period? This is what I don't get. They're going to have to give it back. And Warner Brothers is definitely going to do... They're definitely going to do a Friday the 13th.
Oh, they have to if they get it back.
Oh, they definitely.
I'm surprised that because let's be honest. I mean, Friday the 13th is arguably the most popular or one of the most popular horror movie franchises of all.
Yeah.
So
what's the problem?
Like, if they're willing to take a big franchise and a big character like Jason Voorhees off their release date, they must be legitimately panicking in every office at Paramount.
But look at World War Z, because World War Z is a bigger budget.
Yeah.
And that's a Brad Pitt, $150 million, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Which will be considered bigger than Friday the 13th in a sense, and they're stopping that.
Yeah.
So something's going on. They're panicking.
That was having problems beforehand. This Friday the 13th movie was ready to go. They were ready to start filming, I think, in a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks they were going to film, yeah.
Yeah, and then they were like, no, you're done. And it's like, wait, what?
I don't understand that at all. That I don't understand. I don't know what's going on, but you're going to lose the rights anyway. Pop it out. What's the problem? There's not. I mean, they're going to spend $2 million on it. They're not going to spend a lot of money on it. So what's the difference?
You know what this is exactly like? Now that I think about it,
What?
It's exactly like the situation that happened with Superman Lives.
That's weird. Yeah.
They were ready to start filming, and then a bunch of movies failed at Warner Brothers or didn't do well, and they were like, "No, you're done."
That's weird. But they're pulling up.
That's what they did. I wonder if they gave the budget to something else.
What? They took the budget away from World War Z, from Friday the 13th, and the anime films. They didn't put that. And how? I mean, what do you for? What? What are you putting into it?
Maybe something not in the horror genre. Because look what they did to Superman Lives. They took the budget from that and they gave it to Wild Wild West.
Which is horrible. Yeah. And he got $50 million, didn't he? Or something, Nicolas Cage?
Well, that was later on, yeah.
To do nothing. Yeah. Listen, I don't really understand. This is your last Friday the 13th movie because Warner Brothers is going to get it back and they're definitely doing a movie. So it doesn't even matter what you do because Warner Brothers is going to wipe it anyway. So just make the movie, collect the money, and that's it. They could say that a magic rock fell from space that gave Jason it makes him come back to life, and it would have been erased in 2 years.
There has been a lot of weird Jason stories.
But I'm saying it was going to be erased in 2 years anyway because Warner Brothers is going to fix it. So you should have just put it out there, Paramount Pictures. I mean, and again, back in the day, they put Friday the 13th movies out every freaking year. My father took me to the movies every single year they had a Friday the 13th movie out. It wasn't rocket science. Machete, Hockey Mask, Run, Scream. I mean, these writers today, the guy's like, well, I want, like, the fans want to know. No, they don't. Not really. Do you want to see his father? Really? Like, I mean, not really. I mean, when you got to make it like a story thing. I mean, that's another thing. The movie should have been out 2 years ago. You know? I don't know what they kept delaying it. You know. It's a mess. And is that Transformers? Not Transformers. Is that Terminator movie going to be made or no?
I think that James Cameron is looking for somebody to do it.
No, but he don't have the rights yet. But there was supposed to be another Terminator.
He's supposed to, but I hear he's getting, like, isn't he supposed to be getting them back pretty soon?
He's going to get it back, but they still have time to do one.
Right. I don't know if they're doing Genesis too.
Okay.
I know it did better overseas.
And didn't we say that was going to happen?
What?
That regardless of the Avatar, that he was going to do something with Terminator?
He's going to give it to somebody.
But he's still going to get it done.
He's going to be a producer on it, probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was the executive producer.
Yeah.
But his job is to go. See, I really don't trust James Cameron with it because he likes Terminator Genesis. At least that's what he said.
Well, that's what he said.
Honestly, I hope that he goes in there and he continues the story from 2.
Well, he's going to have to. He can't. You're going to have to explain.
He could do it.
Yeah, but you got to explain. You can't just make it like it didn't happen. You got to explain.
Well, Genesis, you say, is a different timeline. That was the point of that.
Well, Genesis created, I guess, an alternate timeline, right?
Yeah, so just screw that timeline. Go back to the original one.
You know what would be interesting if they actually did, like, a movie where, like, it was in the future where all this happened, you know?
Thank you. Yes.
There's, like,
I've wanted to see that movie for years, and they won't do it.
I don't know why they won't do it.
That's why I know it's not a great movie, but Terminator Salvation was one step closer to that.
Right.
And that movie went through heavy rewrites.
Yeah.
They were so afraid of that original ending. They were like, oh, I don't know about this, which I think the original ending would have been weird, but it could work.
What was the original ending?
The original ending was that John Connor was going to die. stopping Skynet from making the T-800 earlier.
Yeah.
And Marcus Wright's character was going to get, like, his skin and whatnot was going to get, like, all damaged and whatnot.
Oh.
And he was going to, he apparently they put John Connor's skin onto him.
Oh.
And they were like, he continues the resistance.
It says he's John Connor and stuff.
John Connor, yeah.
That's gross.
I actually came into watching the last movie in theaters, and the thing is, like, I'm never been real big Terminator guy, so when I watched the movie, I was very, very confused, like, through most of it, because I had no idea what was going on.
Well,
yeah, that was the whole fan base.
Genesis kind of screwed everybody up. Especially when they gave it away in the trailer, what the hell happened.
Yeah, right. You know what they could do? Continue from 3.
3?
Yeah.
Ew. 3 was
I know,
hard.
3 is terrible, but it's the perfect movie to continue from because that movie ended with the war starting.
Yeah, but that was crap.
I
2 from 2.
Well, I mean,
that's
what I would want, but
that's kind of like trying to make a movie after the third X-Men movie, which was, in my opinion, really bad.
Yeah.
Can't you just call Terminator 3 and forget the other one that happened?
Well, I mean, they'd probably call it something else, but
yeah, I know.
I mean, if they were going to do anything, I think that they should continue from 2. But I could see them continuing from 3 as long as they don't.
Well, that's the thing with Terminator. There's 3 different universes.
Yeah.
Because the Sarah Connor Chronicles, they wiped that she died.
Yeah.
So there's a timeline where she didn't die. And they traveled to the future. Somehow they got the technology to work to travel to the future.
Yeah.
Which they're not supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And Genesis created a whole new timeline. And you got the other timeline. And then they got really weird where they said, like, that they know that there's multiple timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Like they connect Skynet or whatever, like they know about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, thank you for really confusing us. Like, totally. So, poor Matt Smith.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying poor Matt Smith. He didn't get to do another role.
I know. You know, what I consider the main timeline is 1, 2, and that's really it.
Yeah.
Everything may or may not happen.
Right.
But I don't know how James Cameron feels because
you like Genesis.
Yeah. The from what I've seen, some of the fan base considers it 1, 2, 3 Salvation, and then Genesis is something else. Because Salvation picks up where 3 left off.
Right.
It happened in 2003.
Right.
Rather than, I think, 1997 was when it was supposed to happen. It got delayed in 2. It happened in 2003 in Terminator 3.
Right.
In Salvation, at the beginning of the movie, it says 2003.
Right.
So maybe they could pick up from there, but I doubt that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they're just not even paid. I mean, if he said he liked Genesis, why would he erase it then?
Yeah.
I would erase it though. Just pick up from 2.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably the best option.
Yeah. And again, when you put out a trailer, make sure that the person doesn't put like all the stuff in the trailer that basically that was the biggest mistake, making John Connor a bad guy.
Oh yeah.
That ruined the whole fucking thing totally. I don't still believe it, by the way.
See, I didn't even know that. I barely remember the movie. Like, it was so confusing. I barely remember it.
Well, Genesis. We're talking about the new Terminator.
Yeah.
I don't believe John Connor. I don't believe that was him, regardless of what they say. I can't believe it.
I remember something. It was something about like an operating system that was being released, and
Matt Smith, right?
Yeah,
Matt Smith.
That was like, I didn't understand that. They were like, okay, so this operating system is going to take over everybody's smartphones and stuff. It's like the original Skynet nearly destroyed humanity by taking over the military systems.
Yeah.
This thing's going to take over everybody's smartphone? What is it going to do? Run up the bill? Like,
I know.
What is this thing going to do? And then, like, he infected John Connor with technology.
Well, see, here's the thing. This is the thing I have a problem with. You make the Terminators so unstoppable that you have to spend months trying to figure out how to stop it because you give yourself a headache. How about don't make the Terminators like each model after? It's ridiculous. I mean, the Liquid, right? Okay. But then you made one after that, which was the John Connor one. That's absurd. Totally absurd.
Yeah, I don't even know what he was supposed to be.
I don't even know.
He wasn't a robot. So what was he?
He was like
cyborg.
It was worse than the metal one. It was like different.
You know, honestly, I thought like my least favorite one was the one from 3, the TX.
Oh, I hate that.
Because that to me was like a step backward.
Yeah.
Like you built a robot out of liquid metal nanomachines.
Right.
Why do you then build a robot that has a hardened endoskeleton with liquid metal? You can destroy the endoskeleton.
Right.
So isn't that a step backwards in the production?
It was. That's why I can't even watch it again. Once was enough.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it has onboard weapons. Well,
seeing John Connor as a drug addict and in a dog cage, that you lost me as soon as I saw that. It was over for me.
That was great. And you know what really pissed me off about that movie was the whole explanation. We stopped this. How come you're still there? Oh, it's going to happen anyway.
And by the way, you die because I kill you, but your kids take over. Oh, thank you for accusing, really screwing me up even more with that.
Yeah, so you need to tell me that this thing killed John Connor and then they somehow subdued him, reprogrammed him, and then sent him back in time.
Right. But he has kids too. Yeah. Like he has kids that are grown.
Again, another connection. Salvation, his wife was pregnant.
Okay.
Which now I'm really confused because
right.
Shouldn't he know that this is going to happen now? Like, oh, you told me, so I'm just never going to let any Terminators in here ever.
Yeah. How about like send the whole disc back or something like a CD. This is what's going to happen, right? Everything. Yeah. Everything. So that way, you can alter some things, But, oh well.
Terminator, the franchise is a mess right now.
It's
an absolute mess.
It's a mess, but it's coming back, just like everything is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not long wait for Friday the 13th either. But now it's going to be a wait, like at least 2-year wait.
There you go. Do Friday the 13th versus the Terminator. Jason versus Arnold.
I honestly, if I was working for New Line Cinema or whatever, I would give Robert Englund like $10 million. Freddy Krueger movie, last movie. And just don't even have it that he dies at the end. Just like, it's like, just do a Nightmare on Elm Street. Get everybody what they want. Robert Englund back, Nightmare on Elm Street, that's it. That's it. And as far as Jason goes, and the fact that the Freddy Krueger people own Jason, no soul crap like they did with Jason Goes to Hell, no Jason's in Space. Try to get it as close to what Paramount had.
Jason
and I think
versus dinosaurs.
None of that garbage.
Jason versus the dinosaurs.
I mean, we could have just, there's so much stuff you could do now with Friday the 13th. I mean, there's cell phones, there's that now the killer, like the killer could chase after you and you got to use your cell phone or something.
You remember when they said that they were going to do a found footage Friday the 13th?
Oh, I got scared when I heard that.
That was horrible. What was really bad? You guys watched Cabin Fever before?
What is it?
It was called
Which
Cabin
one?
Fever.
There's like 10 of them.
God, it was.
All right, well,
it's hard to explain. It's like where they like get a disease in a cabin.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, the weird thing is they came out with a movie last year for it, like a redone version of it.
It's like the fifth one. Yeah.
It was smartphones to it. It was really weird. Like it was scene per scene, but they were just smartphones and laptops, and they were saying like today's lingo. Like that was really bad.
Yeah. All right, we got 30 seconds or 10 seconds left. We'll have to create another one if we're going to do another one. So thank you, Night Owl. Thank you, Chris. Take care. Bye for now.